Hi, I'm Anna and I recently came back from a self-organized one-month trip. My friends asked me lots of questions and some of them also suggested to start a video blog. So here I am filming my first YouTube video about one of my greatest passions, traveling. I've always loved traveling. So far, I have visited 25 countries, and over the years, I have collected lots of tips that I want to share with you today. This video will be divided by parts, and I'll put the time codes in the description so you can skip right to the part which is interesting for you. Now I'll walk you through my process of traveling using mostly the examples from my latest trip to Spain, France, and the USA. It was a regular day back in July. I was sitting at my desk, working, feeling very exhausted. Then suddenly a bright idea came into my head. I want to go to Hawaii. I was dreaming about that since 2017 when I returned back from the exchange program in the USA. And since in January I got a US tourist visa, I decided it's time to take action. I started to look for tickets and some basic information, getting the idea about the approximate budget and possible itinerary options. A few days later, I got a call from my mom, who is also a big fan of traveling and my travel companion, that she wants to travel as well. This time, she had Spain and France in mind, and she even checked the ticket options. So the outline of the trip slowly started to form. At some point, my grandmother also joined, and the next step started. After days and days of planning, the itinerary was finally ready. First, a train from Dnipro to Lviv, then a bus from Lviv to Krakow, one night there, and then a flight to Valencia, Spain next day. 5 nights in Valencia and then flight to Lyon, France. 2 nights in Lyon and a bus to Chamonix. Then 2 days in Chamonix and a quick change in Paris for a flight to New York. 3 nights in New York and a flight to my main destination, Honolulu, Hawaii. After 1 week in Hawaii, a way back starts. At first, flight to Los Angeles, 3 days there, and a flight back to Paris. Quick change of airports and next flight to Wrocław. Few days there with my friends, then bus to Lviv and train to Dnipro. Now I want to share my favorite applications and websites for travel planning. For flight search, I usually use Skyscanner or Kiwi, but I recommend to buy tickets directly from airline website. For bus search, I use Infobus, Bus4, Flixbus, and I like to check Google Maps as well. As for taxi, I feel that Uber, Bolt, and Lyft are the most spreaded options. And for public transportation, I usually check Google Maps. Talking about housing, I mostly use Booking, but also check Airbnb, Expedia, and Agoda. Some hotels, hostels, and apartments, especially chain ones, have websites, so I recommend doing a Google search to check prices on the direct websites as well. Now to the packing part. The trip lasted exactly 1 month, but I decided to travel with carry-on only to save money on tickets and avoid worrying about luggage. In the video, you can see all the clothes that I packed for the trip. It wasn't much, but it was enough. I also took with me some washing capsules, medicine, cosmetics, chargers, power bank, and a shopper bag. Of course, don't forget about money and passport. This time, to save space, I used vacuum bags, and I really recommend it, especially if you have bulky clothes. On the road, I prefer to wear the most voluminous clothing, but it should be comfortable and adjustable to different temperatures as well. My to-go options are jeans, t-shirt, shirt, sport jacket, sneakers, and a vest or regular jacket. Now I'd like to show you a purchase I made before the trip, an empty neck pillowcase that can be filled with clothes. I came across it online and decided to give it a try. It was even too large, so I had to make it smaller by sewing. It came in handy during my trip. I used it on the way back and stored most of my clothes in there, which freed up space in my backpack for souvenirs. Alright, let's move on to the last and best step, the travel itself. Finally, it's time to relax and just enjoy. Now I'm showing some of my favorite footage from the latest trip. I hope my tips were useful and help you plan the next great trip soon. Thank you for watching. Please let me know what do you think in the comments and have a great day.